Welcome back. In this video, we'll be discussing the essay genre of rhetorical analysis and going over a brief overview of what this essay type entails and what its objectives are. Rhetorical analysis is distinct from literary analysis, which we covered previously. So to recap, literary analysis is concerned with the breakdown of literature in the interest of discovering the subtext that animates a work of literature. And very broadly, we can think of this as the what of the literature or text. So this what can take on different forms. When we analyze a piece of literature, we can look at character, we can look at setting, we can be trying to identify the major themes of the work. We can be trying to identify some kind of political message that the author is embedding in the text, and so on and so forth. Rhetorical analysis, though, is different in that we aren't really concerning ourselves anymore with the what of the text. So rhetorical analysis should not be confused with literature, even though both genre types are analytical and that they require the breaking down of a text. They are after different things. So rhetorical analysis, unlike literary analysis, is concerned with how something is written more so than what is written. So the rhetorical analysis is really trying to discover why a text is arranged the way it is, why it's written the way it is, why it uses certain rhetorical strategies, certain figurative language, certain literary devices, etc. Why is the author using these tools, and what is the specific effect that the author is trying to enact or evoke from the audience? In order to understand this more thoroughly, we also need to understand specifically what rhetoric is, or what a rhetorical analysis is looking for compared to a literary analysis. So rhetoric very quickly refers to persuasive strategies. And a rhetorical analysis, therefore, is trying to understand how a writer or speaker is attempting to persuade his or her audience in a given text. So we would, for example, take a commercial. We understand that commercials are advertisements created with the purpose of usually selling a product. So the creator of the ad understands this and recognizes that in order to convince the audience to buy the product, they need to be persuaded that the product is useful, that the product addresses a need, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so there are rhetorical strategies embedded in the commercial to convince the audience to go ahead and buy the product. And so if the commercial is successful, if the audience goes out and buys whatever the product is, they were successfully persuaded by the rhetorical strategies. And so a rhetorical analysis would concern itself with why the strategies were successful, what assumptions were being made about the audience, and what types of strategies were more frequent or more regularly used compared to others. So again, this is distinct from a literary analysis, and that a literary analysis is not really concerned necessarily with how the author is trying to persuade or to convey his or her message to the audience. The literary analysis is concerned with the what, with the actual substance of the message, whereas rhetorical analysis is delivery. So to quickly kind of differentiate these two, we'll use a T-chart here. We have literary analysis on one side, and we'll have rhetorical analysis on the other. Again, literary analysis is concerned with the what of a text, whereas rhetorical analysis is concerned with the how the text. And so In the following series of videos, we'll discuss in more detail what this means exactly, and what we expect to find not only in a rhetorical analysis, but also in different types of persuasive text, what type of rhetorical strategies they use. So I hope that this video helped clarify the purpose of the rhetorical analysis compared to something like the literary analysis. And I hope to see you again in the following series of videos where we will dive a little deeper into what rhetoric is and how it manifests itself. Thanks for your time.